So Sonic is being redesigned in the Sonic the Hedgehog movie because fans were angry because the Sonic the Hedgehog movie trailer had a piss poor design of Sonic, and it was quite terrible, to be honest. I mean, it's not atrocious, like it's not the worst thing I've ever seen, but the Sonic model that they were using was quite poor, to say the least. And this is causing the director to publicly say on Twitter that they're going to try and redesign Sonic for this new movie. And it's kind of pointless if you ask me, because either way you slice it, even if this movie is fantastic and the writing and directing is fantastic, the design then really doesn't matter. I mean, yes, it matters because, Sonic needs to be represented in this movie correctly, but I feel like the writing and the storytelling is more important, and, let's say they get the writing on point and it's like the Citizen Kane of video game movies, then does the design really matter? Or, to flip at the other end, this movie is going to suck, let's say, because I think it'll be just mediocre, like I think it'll be a mediocre movie, but let's just say it sucks monkey fuck and the writing is all over the place. Do you really think them changing Sonic's design is going to change the whole movie? It's not going to drastically change the quality of a movie because Sonic is getting redesigned. I just don't see the whole sort of, hooray, the big hurrah because Sonic is being redesigned. I don't get that at all, because the movie the movie's writing could absolutely suck, and it seems like it'll be pretty mediocre, to be honest. Or it could be fantastic. Either way, the design doesn't really matter as long as the storytelling is great and the writing is great, which, again, it's going to be just a mediocre video game movie, a mediocre to bad video game movie. That's what I'm expecting. Again, I didn't hate the trailer. I mean, I don't have an attachment to Sonic, and I really didn't hate the, Sonic design that they used either, but I do get the criticisms that it does look kind of weird and human-like, and that's not how Sonic should look. I agree, but I don't think it's worth redesigning, because the movie could be, terrible, it could be, great, and I don't think that level of quality is based on the design of Sonic by any stretch. Let's say that they did a Super Mario Bros. Movie, but instead of Mario being red and blue, let's say he's purple and black, for instance. I'm just giving a random example. And let's say that this Super Mario Bros. Movie is fantastic in its directing and writing and editing. Across the board, it's brilliant. Are you really going to say it's a bad movie just because they got Mario's colors wrong? That's sort of a thing that I'm picking up with fans of this, of Sonic, criticizing this movie. How dare they get the Sonic design wrong? Well, it's not really a factor, like too big of a factor whether this movie is going to suck or not. Like, it really isn't. I think the writing and the storytelling is much more important than a goddamn design. But yeah, Sonic looks goofy in this movie. I think we can all agree, like, laughably pretty bad. Again, I don't hate the design, like the old design that they used. Like, I'm not too attached to Sonic, so, why the fuck would I get? Plus, it's just a movie. I'm not really attached about, them getting the character design right, you know what I mean? But I don't think it's a be-all and end-all as this video is describing. But anyway, he looks goofy, so with them changing the design, it just makes the film less interesting because, if this movie sucks, then it just makes it way less interesting. Like, oh yeah, like, why would I want, a well-designed Sonic in this crappy movie? No, I want him to look as shitty and as goofy as possible, you know what I mean? Just to, I don't know, to make me laugh, I guess. But, I don't know, maybe I'm in the minority and just don't take stuff so seriously and to heart. I mean, I think it was laughably bad, like the Sonic design, and I feel like it should stay that way because, I don't know, it has its own charm, it has its own sort of goofy, stupid charm, like this terrible design is going about in this movie, in this real, live-action movie, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not attached to Sonic's design. I really don't think it needs to be properly represented in this movie, because this movie is no doubt going to be pretty mediocre to pretty bad. And I feel like, again, the writing is just what should shine through. I don't think the design actually matters in the grand scheme of things. Like if the design was terrible and still made, like, they still made a great movie in terms of writing and directing, I don't think the like Sonic looking Goofy is going to drastically like shift the movie's quality, you know what I mean? But I think I'm rambling at this point. That's gonna do it for me. Please make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Sorry about the background noise again. Again, I'm not God. I can't change the fucking weather because, well, I'm not a deity. I wish I was, but whatever. Anyway, please make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.